Live from the north side of Chicago, Wrigley. Just a little bit away from first pitch. And our pitcher in this game, Jameson Taillon.
Yeah, his ERA last year was a little worse than average, so.
Oh, this ball is crushed into left field. It's on its way and gone. He wastes no time on this one. That's his 4th home run of the series, and that gives him the lead. It's 1-0. One pitch, one swing, one home run.
Yeah, you can say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact. Oh, so much for settling into this game, Boog. No courtesy first pitch take right there. He was ready from the second he stepped into the box, got a pitch to hit, jumped all over it. I tell you what, that'll fire up the guys in your dugout.
On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton. Now here's the switch hitting power threat, Ellie De La Cruz. The shortstop takes the ball. One run across in the frame so far, and we're just getting started here in the top of the first. This ball's chopped on the ground. Paredes fires over to first. One out in the top of the first. Time to check out the Dodgers lineup. Not a whole lot going their way offensively the last few games, Chris.
Yeah, Boog, and that can put more pressure on the pitching staff to try to limit the opponent to just 1 or 2 runs a game, knowing that their offense is not scoring right now. And that never really works well because you try to be too fine and you end up giving up a lot of runs. So we'll see if everybody can just relax, bring things together, and perform at a level that they're capable of.
And that one finds its way through. So a man aboard now with one away. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. One of the stars in the win yesterday as he had 3 hits. Hit hard. That gets through. Pet's around second, headed for third. And he's got a double.
Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
So 1 out with 2 aboard. Mike Trout will hit next. A 5-hit ball game yesterday, so we'll see how he backs it up here. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. 2 on, 1 out. That one finds the zone. No balls, 2 strikes.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
Here's the 0-2. Base hit, 1 run in already. Throw comes in and holds the runner at third. They're at the corners now with still only 1 away. And that knock bumps his hitting streak into double digits, Chris. He's hitting 10 straight.
Yeah, and on a nice trajectory. Average going up, OBP. Everything he's doing at the plate right now just seems to be working.
Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. The throw is still in time. And a tough play with a fast runner, but they get the out. Chase Utley steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
Seems like he's making contact with everything lately. Working on an 8.
Ripped on the ground to second. Corner over to first. That ends the inning, and they limit. Here's the second baseman, Nico Horner. Here's the swing and a miss.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Got him looking, and he didn't like the call. So up now for Chicago, Pete Crow Armstrong. And he blows that one by him at 100. Ohtani. And now this one's a rocket to right. Way back there. Gone. Pete Crow Armstrong with his first major league home run. A special moment in his young career. And who knows, maybe that'll open the floodgates for him.
Yeah, getting that out of the way can be a big confidence booster. It feels like a huge weight just been taken off your back. You can go up there with a lot less pressure on you now, and I wouldn't be surprised if he gets hot for a little while.
What do you remember about your first career homer, Chris?
Well, I remember it was off of Omar Olivares, and, you know, being there in Los Angeles against the Angels, just a tremendous day, great ballpark, and a special moment for sure. Looked like he reached back and got a little extra on that one. Triple digits on the miles per hour through the zone. No chance of touching that one.
That's a strike across the top of the zone. Battling here as he fouls it away. Home team down a run here in the second game of the series. And that one hit 97 on the gun. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that is that. But not before they answer back with a solo home run. And the home team. Top of the second, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Sean Green. Taillon back to work. There's a swing and a drive. And that should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. Not stopping, he's going for three. And he's got a leadoff triple.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone, and he was clearly ready to jump all over it.
Mike Piazza steps to the plate for the Dodgers. That one is absolutely belted. Base hit.
He drove that ball very well out to the deep part of the field, and you may be surprised he didn't get a double out of it, but I'll tell you, they did a great job of getting that ball back.
And that one is lifted in the air. Suzuki makes the grab on the run.
A little drop and drive on that swing. Backside collapsing just a little bit, trying to put the ball in the air.
Ellie De La Cruz steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Line drive.
He put a really good swing on that pitch and hit the ball hard. You know, line drives won't always find a hole, but the more you can hit the ball like that with good exit velo, the better off you're going to be in the long run.
Hammered down the line, and now maybe extra bases. One run across. Betts into second. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
He'll do it himself. They limit the damage here. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. And this is now a 3-1 ball game. Bottom of the inning. So up now for Chicago, Ian Happ. Right through there for a strike.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
And the right-hander deals. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off. And here's the first baseman, Michael Busch. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. One out, base is empty. Next offering is in for a strike.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Got it by him for the K.
Gosh, here it is, hit it. 3-pitch strikeout, all fastballs. Man, he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch right now.
Isaac Paredes in the box now. No balls and a strike. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. And that's down and away. The Cubbies down by a pair. Bottom half of inning number 2. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. And that one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Got him swinging. And the Cubs back here at the friendly confines. And now the center fielder, Mike Trout. The line to kick the pitch. He swings and fouls one off.
You know, these Dodgers doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. It's tough to remember the times they've actually swung and missed at a pitch because it really hasn't happened. They've made contact on nearly 100% of their swings.
Tosses to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the third. Adrian Beltre, the next to hit. Bounced out to short. Swanson on the run. Throw to first. And a couple of quick outs. 2 outs, base is empty. Standing in is the power hitting second baseman, Chase Utley. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And that keeps the inning going.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Utley leads off first with 2 down to the inning. In the air, left field. Happ makes the grab, and that's the 3rd out. And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now the Cubs catcher, Christian Bethancourt.
0-1's the count.
Comes up empty.
I guess you throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that right down the middle. But I still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
And now it's even up.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Got him. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. Dansby Swanson stands in. That one finds the zone. 0-1. Swanson goes 6'1", hitting 9th in today's lineup. And he was selected to the All-Star game last year.
1
That
ball,
one missed.
2 strikes.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. 7 in a row by way of the K.
Been a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday. Another one right there. They've clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
0-2.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
2 down, nobody on. Fights it off. You'll see another. And a ball and 2 strikes. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The Cubs trailing by 2 here in the last half of the 3rd. And down on strikes. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him. Start of the 4th. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Mike Piazza. The pitch. Lined, and that's a base hit. And that turns the lineup over.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. 110 miles per hour, and man, that exit velocity, not every hitter is capable of getting that kind of jump off the bat, no matter how hard they swing.
Calls it in, and there's 1 away.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay closed.
Stepping in, the slugging shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz. That one fouled off.
So here's a fun note on Ellie. He became the youngest player in high A ball to homer from both sides of the plate in the same game, and it gets better. He did it again 2 games later. Those are the type of games that tend to get you promoted in the minors.
He's got it. And there's 2 down.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
Now a high fly ball out to left center. Happ heads towards it. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. So the Dodgers. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Chambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the fourth, Pete Crow Armstrong.
You know, these Cubs doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient bats out of him. He's only given up one run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Got him, and that's 9 in a row.
Pretty electric stuff showing up on the mound right now. I mean, in the double-digit strikeouts, he should be able to rack up some more before he's done in this one, and well, not many of these hitters have had much of an answer for what he's offering out there.
Breaking ball through there for a strike.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Struck him out. 10 straight strikeouts. And that's history, as he has matched the big league record for consecutive strikeouts in a single game.
Oh, this is something really special, Boog. I mean, just very cool to witness. Pretty awe-inspiring. And even with strikeouts happening at such a high rate in the sport, to run through 10 straight professional hitters and not allow a single one.
And there's the third out. That'll do it for the inning. Ready now for the 5th inning. Here's Shohei Ohtani. The wind and the pitch. And that's off the inside edge. And that is ball 1. Here's a rocket out to left. And they get Ohtani for the out. And a quick out number 1. Here's Mike Trout.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
That misses the zone, and that's ball 1.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact, so not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind him.
Bush steps on the bag, and the first 2 set down to the top of the 5th. 2 outs, base is empty. Adrian Beltre now at the plate. And there's a foul ball. 2 outs. And that is cut on and missed. And it's 0-2.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there. But you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
And that one is lifted in the air. Suzuki has a beat on it. And that is that. Here at Wrigley Field, we head to the bottom of the 5th. So up now for Chicago, Ian Happ. Into center. Trout makes the grab, 1 away. And next for the Cubs, Michael Bush. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. What a stop. Fires to first, and that's a great play for the out.
Well, you can see right there, he looks very comfortable going to the backhand. Nice diving stop, gets up to complete the play. That'll fire the team up for sure.
Paredes batting for the 2nd time, and that's strike 1. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss. And that one a little bit high.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. 3 up, 3 down for the. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Chase Utley. That one ripped left field. A dive, and he can't haul it in. Now around second, going for third. Safely into third with a leadoff triple.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. I love the hustle out of the box. Man, he drove that baseball, and he was thinking triple right away.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. That's all for Jameson Taillon, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. New pitcher in the game for the Cubs, Jorge Lopez.
Just trying to keep this one close. This is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Now here is Sean Green. And that's ripped into left. Base hit. In comes the runner from third. It's 4-1.
Well done. Drives in the run. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy. Didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep. Took the barrel right to it.
Corner. Off balance speed. There's one. Ricky Henderson steps to the plate for the Dodgers. He's already homered here in this one. And that one fouled off.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
Slap the other way, foul.
He's got one already tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if he pops another one here.
Into center and a base hit. Lead runner around second. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
One away, runners at second and third. Ellie De La Cruz steps to the plate the other way. Drops into the glove. Runner tags for home. Throw home, not in time. The run scores. And they lead by 4. Here's Mookie Betts now. Got it started a little too early. Strike one. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Trey Winginter preparing to come on if needed. Merriweather, a hard-throwing right-hander. So Mookie Betts with a base hit. Around third. He'll score easily. And the lead is up to 5.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch you could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Left-hand hitter waits. And it's fouled away. Two outs.
Well, the hitter's got his timing down for the breaking ball. If you're a pitcher, if you can get that fastball in on the hand, it's going to be very difficult for that hitter to get the barrel to it.
Swing and a ball hammered left field. And that should be extra bases. Flying around third is Betts. He scores, and it's now a 6-run lead.
He went out there.
Trey Winginter on the pitch here. So 2 down. Mike Trout steps to the plate for the Dodgers. 1 for 3. Smash to the left side. Swanson fires over to first. That'll end the inning after. Back down for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Aroldis Chapman.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Bethencourt leading things off and takes a strike.
0-1's the count.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out. Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. He got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
1 down, base is empty. Right through there for a strike. On the ground to the left, and it's through for a hit. Here's Nico Horner, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And first offering is fouled off. Horner, a former Gold Glove winner, 26 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2018. Here's a 1-1. And a strike right through there. That one in triple digits. The Cubbies with a lot of ground to make up here in the bottom of the 6th. Struck him out. He says, I don't care about draft rounds. Take a seat. Go Armstrong. In the box again. Takes a strike. Big swing and a miss
Ahead 0-2 in the count. Sure, you've got 4 pitches you can work with.
Called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone. 1 left for the Cubs. Back here at the friendly confines, we go to the top of the 7th. Now the third baseman, Adrian Beltre. The pitch. Kicks and deals. On the ground to third. It's through for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
Now at the plate, Chase Utley. And first offering is fouled off. Beltre gets his lead at first. Nobody out. In the air, center field. Crow Armstrong moves after it. And there's one down. Man at first. And up next for Los Angeles, Sean Green. And a rope into center field, base hit. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. He's in there. Second and third, one gone. Mike Piazza steps to the plate for the Dodgers. This guy's turned into one of the best catchers in the National League. Out to short, Swanson.
Boom, that's staying within his game right there. I mean, this speedster gets the infield single, and now he's on base to possibly do some damage. I love seeing what guys like this can do to disrupt the game once they get in a position to do so.
Runners on the move. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to third. Save. Double steal.
Wow, that's a pretty elite throwing arm right there from the catcher spot. Pretty daring for him to try to steal third right there, but he gets the bag. Maybe the element of surprise was what came in because
bounce to the left side. Throws to first in time. Next to hit, Ellie De La Cruz. He's turned into one of the best shortstops in the game. That one drilled left field. Dives, but it falls. And now it looks like extra bases. The run comes in to score from second. It's 10-1. And that knock bumps his hitting streak into double digits, Chris. Now on the bump, Jordan Wicks. Here's Mookie to hit. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Here's the pitch. Runner breaks for third. Ball misses. Throw to third. Save.
They're merciless. I'd say a questionable decision to steal third right there with a big lead. Probably won't be received well in the other dugout.
Turns and fires the Betts. Foul ball.
With a runner at third, this is who they want at the plate. He's so good at getting a run across in these situations.
Ground ball left side. In time to Bush, and Betts is set down. That is back here at Wrigley Field, bottom of the 7th, and here's the DH for the Cubs, Cody Bellinger. That one in triple digits. Chapman, multi-time All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a sinker, and occasionally works in a splitter. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Trout sizing it up. And out number 1 on the grab. So here's the cleanup hitter, Seiya Suzuki. Right through there for a strike.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. One down, base is empty. And down on strikes he goes. 2 gone now. In half up to hit. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. 0-2 now as he swings through.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Cubs. We're at the top of the 8th, and now here's the Dodgers designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani. And a pitch. And first offering is fouled off. He's a bullpen arm that keeps the ball in the ballpark, but obviously out of the bullpen you're looking to limit home runs.
Yeah, and that's why he's such a high leverage arm. It just doesn't matter for him. He looks at attacking the zone and attacking hitters regardless of the situation.
That one gets down for a hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Well, as a pitcher, it just feels like you can't hide from this guy because no matter what, he can punish you, even if the pitch is outside the strike zone.
Now, Mike Trout. That one ripped. Off the scoreboard and out of here. A mammoth blast to right. So he just clears the wall, and they add a pair. It's 12-1. That's his 3rd straight game with a homer, Singy.
This dude is on fire, Boog. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often.
Let's take another look at it, but this time with the help of StatCast.
Well, this one wasn't hit that high, but when you can launch it at 111 miles per hour off the bat and get some backspin, it'll carry enough to get out of here.
Base knock center field.
Now back, second base, Chase.
So man aboard. Chase Utley digs in now. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Runner at first with no outs here. Lifted in the air now the left side. That one gets down for a hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
A couple of singles back to back. To me, it's just a really controlled, balanced swing. He wasn't trying to do too much with it. Just stay disciplined.
Double steal. Pitch it for a strike. Throw to third. Too late. Save. Double steal.
I think he surprised everyone in the ballpark, and especially the pitcher. Wasn't a great lead there, but when he took off, I think he caught him off guard. Nice job to get to third.
The 0-2. Fouls that off to the left and will do it again.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Beltre, the runner at third. Utley stands at second. No outs. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. One run's in. Now the second run is in, and it's 14-1.
Well, a huge 2 RBI swing of the bat.
Here comes a new arm for the Cubs, Julian Merriweather. He has a great slider with tons of movement.
Number 66.
And now here is Mike Piazza. And first offering is fouled off. And the righty deals. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there, and it wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
In the air, out towards left center, and that'll fall for a base hit. The throw is wild, and it gets away. And they got him. Aggressive base running to try and score after the miscue, but it backfires. And the batter will be the shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz. In the air to left down the line. Hap on his horse. Can't get there. This one lands foul. Hard hit right side. Throws to first, and they're happy to just get off the field. And we're back. And now the first baseman, Michael Busch. Foul ball there. Swings through that one for strike 2.
The pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
One away.
Now back, the third baseman, Brady.
And up next for Chicago, Isaac Paredes. Fastball in for a strike, 0-1.
Looks like he sacrificed a pitch right down the middle for tracking and timing. Some good hitters will do that.
Green drifts towards it, hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Ball's just not carrying the first tonight.
Now, you would actually say that to your teammate in the dugout?
No, I'm not that cruel, but someone would say it to me, and I'm sure it's probably been said before.
Next offering is in for a strike.
2 strikes.
2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. And they'll do it again. Registers the punch out and hits 101. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set to start the 9th in this one. Here's Mookie now. Merriweather back to work. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
These guys today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
Shohei Ohtani steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Merriweather measures 6 feet 4 inches. He features a slider, a 4-seamer, a changeup, and he occasionally uses a curve. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes...
Runners on the move. Strike in there. Throw to third. Save. Double steal. 2 in scoring position. Nobody out. Here at the top of the 9th. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
Love to see it. Power versus power right there.
The pitch. Base hit. 1 run is in. Now a second crosses the plate, and the lead continues to grow.
Nicely done. Brings home 2. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Ground ball could be 2. Off balance speed, there's 1. And he'll eat it and be happy with the out. Man at first. Now it's the second baseman, Chase Utley. And that one ripped to left. Pat right there to make the grab. And there are 2 outs.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
In the air out to center. Makes the grab after a long run. And that here at Wrigley Field, bottom 9. So up now for Chicago, Dansby Swanson. This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. Piazza puts it away, and there's 1 down. So the lineup flips over. Nico Horner, the next Cub to hit.
Well, that's a frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics. Instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it up. Unfortunate for him.
Armstrong stands in now and watches strike 1.
The count.
Two out, space is empty. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Well, there's no letdown after they got to 10 wins. Came out today, pushed it to 11. The opposition looks disgusted from the other side of the field. They respect the talent that's over there, but they also think that this is a lucky team. Well, that's the thing about baseball. You've got to be good and you've got to be lucky. Right now, they're clicking on all cylinders, and they're just going to ride it as long as it'll last.
So this one got a little out of hand. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our